Welcome back to Stream It. I bet you all missed us last week. We had a little bit of a weather interruption in our schedule.
Right.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
And that's the only reason we
Builds
missed it.
anticipation too.
It did, and the excitement, because we're really excited for today.
It's a good episode.
But before we get into that, I do have an opening question.
Good boy.
I want to know, would you rather be in a movie or show that no one talks about, no one really has seen, but it's genuinely really, really good? Or would you rather be in a movie or show that everyone talks about, but because it's like notoriously known as one of the worst things ever made?
Oh.
Oof. That's
It doesn't mean that like
It's
you
almost
had
like
a
a-
bad role. Like you could have done
Right,
really
right.
good.
That's true.
I think I gotta go with quality production, and if you don't like it, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's my jerk reaction.
Right. I feel like I'd rather have something I'd be proud of.
Yeah.
Rather than
We're so wholesome.
right. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Maybe if it's really a big production, though, like it got a lot of attention, maybe that means more money. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Good point.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I figured that would be everyone's
Yeah.
answer. But,
We're a humble show.
Right.
We don't need.
but
all
I was
the
like,
buzz.
that's kind of like some people can turn it around, like can be in something really bad, and then they get like known for that, and then they can turn it around.
That's true.
That's true.
But
Your
it's risky.
Your follow-up role might be there.
Or I
Right.
mean, like Adam Sandler is like people say his movies are like some of the worst things ever made, but he's still super famous.
Well, he also started off with a couple bangers.
Yeah,
Yeah, and even the bad ones, I feel like people are like,
I
"Yeah,
love
it's
all
Adam
of his
Sandler."
movies.
Yeah.
Right. Like an Adam Sandler movie is a genre of itself.
Right. Exactly.
Like, what are those awards that are like for bad movies? They're like
The Razzies.
Razzies. Yeah,
The Riz.
you still won an award.
Right.
You had
People
your Riz.
go and accept them.
Yeah.
Like
Has Adam
It's-
Sandler ever gone? Because I think
I
he
don't know.
always gets nominated.
maybe for like Jack and Jill or
I-
something.
That's like known as like the worst
That's
movie
like
ever made.
the bad Adam Sandler
I
movie.
love that movie.
I've never seen Jack and Jill.
Oh, it's awful.
Maybe that's why.
He plays a brother and sister
Oh God.
Al Pacino's in it.
Oh God.
as himself.
As
It's like what one of our movies are going to be today.
right.
Adam Sandler with two roles.
It was this crazy movie and Al Pacino's in it.
We're doing another movie casting,
Right.
just like we did last time, but it's different where we could cast anyone we wanted.
Open world.
Yeah.
It could be about any movie we wanted, but it has to be an Oscar bait drama.
Yes.
Right.
And we are doing it draft style. So if you happen to pick an actor that someone else had,
Oh,
you
you
got to have
better
a
not.
backup. Which I'd be surprised if we overlapped because like we opened it up to like the whole world.
I mean, I would
But it
too,
could
but
still
also
happen.
I
Look,
feel
it's
like there's
Hollywood.
there's a select few who are these
drama
are
people.
the Oscar baits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
get him in your movie.
I got my list right here,
I got mine on my phone.
keeping it secret.
And then also we're going to talk about the plot, kind of.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, yes. We were supposed to try our best to make up a plot for this fake movie that we've cast.
Right.
And I'm feeling pretty good about mine.
I feel strong. Yes. I'm excited.
Do you think you could win a lot of Oscars with your performances and the movie itself?
Absolutely. For sure.
Yeah. The draft is really important though because it's going to make or break my movie. you know?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a lot of backups.
I do have one category with no backups
Yeah.
and can't even think of who I would replace. So, crossing my fingers for that one.
I feel like
know.
the main categories there might be a little competition, but like as you get further down, if you
Right.
have, like a specific
Right. I feel
person,
like the
it'd be
supporting
pretty random.
the supporting
Yeah.
kind of really opens it up.
Yeah, I brought my phone just in case I need to like do a quick Google
Right.
search of like a backup actor.
Right.
So how do we want to like? Do we want to just like go the same way we did last time, or should we have
Should we
a
like,
method for picking the first person?
pick a number, or we should do the thing where you put out a 1 or a 2, and then whoever has a unique number gets to go first,
I like that, and then we snake from
Okay.
there.
and then we snake from there.
All right,
All right.
I gotta think.
between 1 and 2.
So 1 or 2, and whoever
Okay.
has the unique number.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, we all picked one. We try again.
1, 2, 3, go.
Dang.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
Ah,
All right,
So
you
I go first?
you go first. Dang, we
All right.
thought.
Yeah.
We
That's like a different show with the Battle of the Wits.
Yeah, it's true. That still hasn't come out yet.
Okay.
So, yeah, first pick of the overall draft.
So I have. There's
All
a
of
difference
Hollywood at your
between my
fingertips.
person who I feel passionate about, but I feel like I'm safe with this person. So I'm going
Right.
to choose someone who might.
Maybe
have been
maybe someone you don't have a backup for.
Oh, yeah, the highest profile.
Oh, don't have a
Highest
backup
profile
for-
player.
Someone integral to the plot.
Okay.
Let's
All
hear
right. I
it.
do have a backup for this person, but I feel strongly about this
Okay.
person.
It's fair.
My leading actress is Laura Dern.
Ooh,
Already
good
been
pick.
nominated
Good
for a
pick.
lot of Oscars.
Okay.
Laura Dern off the table. Thought about her for my supporting actress role.
Yeah.
Thought about her. Yeah, definitely was on a short list or two. She won for Marriage Storage
She
recently.
did for supporting.
Oh, yeah.
She was great in
Supporting.
that.
Okay. I
Yep.
like it.
All right. When we came up with this idea, this person was on my mind immediately. Pull out the list just to double
Make sure
check. Right.
there's no pickbacks.
Right, no pickbacks. My
is in.
leading actor. I mean, he's got to be Mr. Oscar bait himself, Daniel Day-Lewis,
Wow.
Wow.
Didn't see
who
that.
hasn't acted since 2017 or so.
So you'd be his like return.
Right. I mean, he doesn't do a lot anyways. But my movie, he would return for. It's
Okay.
that good.
We'll see when we hear this plot if Daniel Day-Lewis will come back for it.
So, yes, for my movie, I'm going as star-studded as possible. And I'm going to go with the leading lady of Margot Robbie.
Ooh,
overall.
good choice. Good choice.
I thought you were going to say The Rock.
Rings out the people. I might have to save The Rock for our
Action.
sci-fi action.
Some-
Yeah.
Has The Rock ever been nominated?
For WWE.
That's why, yeah.
I mean,
That's why
he's
he's
got a
not-
couple world championships under his belt.
Yeah.
That's a
right.
pun.
Yeah, exactly. And then,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I have so many stars, this is going to be my supporting actor
Wow.
in Pedro Pascal.
Wow.
Good one. Interesting. I'd say good one. Has he ever been nominated? I don't think
He's
so.
in
don't think
everything
so.
right now.
I mean,
so
right now he's on the up. If you're buying stock,
there's gonna be so much buzz about my movie because of
That's
the
true.
people in it that it's gonna be like, oh, that must be nominated.
that's true. And I feel like the
Yeah, yeah.
supporting actor, you can just go with most popular.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if doesn't matter if they won before or anything.
Right.
He does a lot of
True.
TV. So I feel like
A lot
that's
of
why
TV.
he maybe hasn't been nominated for an Oscar
True.
yet.
True.
But he's probably got
He's ready for
a
it.
Golden
He's in-
Globe,
yeah.
maybe
He's
an
in
Emmy.
A million things right now.
I'm gonna
I'm
have
off
to
the board. You're back up.
I'm gonna have to jump on the leading actress train. Although, did you pick in leading?
Laura Dern is my leading.
Okay, so actually,
Yeah.
and
can
you
wait
already
on
picked.
that.
I can wait. Never mind. I'm gonna sit
mean,
on this.
You can't we also.
Oh,
can't-
that's true. You could pick her as a supporting.
right.
I have to.
No
do-
overlaps.
I have to. This is my one without a backup. My leading actress, Saoirse Ronan.
She was almost my supporting.
Oh. You're
Wow.
crafting,
I thought we wouldn't have overlaps, and that's 2 so far between
Yeah.
me and Jared.
I know. I'm secretly hoping for someone to snipe someone else's, but
I mean, Margot Robbie, I didn't have on my list, but like one of the actresses that you kind of think about float around in your head.
right.
But yeah, I needed to scoop up
You're
Saoirse
thinking
Ronan.
Lady. That was like top of my list.
Okay. Do I do?
You are on
I
the
do
clock.
2 of
Two
them
for
now,
you.
right?
Got 2.
My supporting actress is Florence Pugh.
Nice.
Good one.
Let's see, which one do I want to do next? All right, I'm gonna throw my comedian trying drama out there,
Uh huh.
and it's going to sound
Should
crazy.
we explain this category?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Go, you came up with it.
Yeah. Don't
Okay, so we're gonna do a bunch of genres of drafting movies and
future
so
streamits.
in future streamits. And so instead of the typical 5 categories of director, actor, actress, and the 2 supportings, we're throwing in we'll call it a wild card category that's unique to each genre. And so this is, for the Oscar bait drama movie, we have a comedian who's trying to break in to the drama genre
Right.
and, make it big as a serious actor.
And ideally does really well. And
Right.
impresses
And
everybody.
ideally, right.
Yeah, I forgot. We were so excited. I forgot to say that we're doing director, leading actor, leading actress, supporting actor, supporting actress.
Right.
Forgot to say that.
And comedian.
And the comedian.
So
Okay.
you're gonna go with your comedian now.
Yeah. I feel like I'm safe, but just in case I want to
Right.
throw it out
You
there.
want to get it in. Yeah.
And it'll make sense when I explain the summary. It's going to sound crazy now. First time ever, Pete Davidson
Oh.
in a drama.
Okay.
Ooh. He's kind of done some though. He did what's the
Staten
one?
Island?
Staten Island.
Yeah.
That was a little serious. Well, though, was that still kind of
It
considered
was
a
like
comedy?
a Judd Apatow.
It was like himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Does that not count?
No,
No,
we'll
Should I have a
think it counts.
backup?
I think it counts. I think it counts.
Although we'll see how he does in Transformers. That's a pretty serious.
Oh, that's
role,
true.
so-
That's true.
Hasn't come out yet, so
Right.
you're good.
All right. So you went Florence Pugh and Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, what a cast over there.
Ooh. I think I go with the first director in the draft.
Wow.
I think once again, you think, Oscar bait. I'm taking a Martin Scorsese
Yeah.
leading,
makes sense.
reunited with Daniel Day-Lewis. That connection's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just that dude. He's that guy.
I like it. Good pick. Good pick. He's gonna get the job done for you.
Right.
I might. So I think I got to go to my leading actor here, but I've got two picks. So for leading actor, another hot button guy,
Right.
Jonathan Majors.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me? You don't want to go
That's
see this movie?
He was so good in the
That's-
new Ant-Man.
Yeah.
He was like
And
one of
he's
the best
already
performances.
ripped, so it's like
Right.
it's perfect. Not that this is a superhero movie. But
He's nice
but
to look at.
you're gonna have a scene where Jonathan Majors doesn't have a shirt on.
yeah, exactly.
That's what you do when you cast
That's-
Jonathan Majors. I mean, that's
mean,
Creed
yeah.
3.
People are just showing up for the cast in this movie.
Right.
And because it's a little bit of a darker drama, I'm going to
Ooh,
go with
okay.
my director,
Okay.
Christopher Nolan.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Good pick.
Here we go.
Christopher Nolan. He has some fast-paced movies.
Yeah. Once you hear my plot,
Oh, yeah.
it all come together. But Dark Knight,
Right.
like drama, yeah.
I think Dunkirk got nominated.
Yeah.
What was the last thing he did? Did Tenet get nominated? I don't know.
Yeah.
But he doesn't miss a lot.
Just exactly.
I think I got to scoop on my comedian. Cam is the only one left who doesn't have a comedian.
But
I don't think he'd pick him.
real comedian shark over here.
Right. I don't think he'd pick him. But I have more backups for my supporting actors than I do my comedian. I'm going to go with Tim Robinson from I Think You Should Leave.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's such a good one.
He's going to, I think he has the chops.
I think he can do
And
it.
I have the perfect role for him. I think he's going to knock it out of the park. People are going to really change their tune about Tim Robinson when they see him in my movie.
Dang, that's a good
Directed by Martin Scorsese, of course.
one. I had trouble
I like
thinking of
those
the
guys in the same
comedian.
room.
Right. Scorsese and Robinson. I mean,
What a dynamic duo.
right.
1-2 punch.
The kitchen is hot.
That was like a really tough category. I don't know why.
The
Because
comedian, I had
yeah,
a little bit of a hard time too.
because everyone I thought of that I do think is like really funny has done at least one,
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of
serious
them have
role.
already broken in. But
so it was tough.
so that was a category I had to scout for a little bit more.
Okay.
Did you have
guys-
Tim Robinson on your radar
No.
whatsoever? Okay.
That is such a good one, though. Did you guys both do leading actor?
I have mine, yeah.
What about supporting actor?
Haven't yet.
Okay. I think I can kind of do whatever now. You guys both said
Yeah,
director.
I think we're
Yeah.
we're wrapping up
Okay.
the draft here now.
My
I
sup-
mean, your leading actor could be someone I have picked for supporting.
okay.
So we'll
Well,
see.
I get two, so I'm going to do my leading actor and my supporting actor right
Perfect.
now. My leading actor is Steve Carell.
Nice.
He's good in
Interesting.
dramas.
He is good.
He is good. And for the role that I see him as, it'll work really well.
Okay.
Okay.
And
good
my
pick.
supporting actor is Andrew Garfield.
Oh.
Very nice.
I thought of him for
Good
my
picks.
for my movie, but
I like the Garfield pick. Carell, like you said, very good, but is he that, definition Oscar bait? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what kind of role he has, and
He was in Little Miss Sunshine, which had a lot of Oscar noms.
that's true.
yeah.
That's true. All right, I see it. I'm gonna go.
is this your last pick?
I got two more.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I think my actor's a little bit more safe. I'm gonna go supporting actress, Frances McDormand.
Nice. She's good.
I like it.
Solid pick. Kind of
Wasn't on
a
my list.
kind of a kind of a recent string of.
Wasn't on my draft board.
Well, then you've been scouting wrong.
It's a miss on
She's
my
had
part.
she's had a string of nominations past few years. So has anyone really had to pivot yet?
No.
Change their tune?
No.
All right.
I think maybe we're realizing that
Right.
we can find to pick whoever. It's gonna work out, but first open world draft, so
Right.
we gotta figure it out here. My supporting actress, I think you know her. She was in a Netflix like Western. I forget what it's called, but her name is Regina King. She was also
Yeah.
in what was that movie called? Do you remember? Like
I don't
Western
remember
with,
what
like,
that
the guns
movie-
on the train.
I know what you're talking about. She was also in
Western with the guns on the train.
yeah, you know.
she was in that
them?
HBO show with the blue
Watchmen.
guy. Yes.
So I remember her mostly from Watchmen, but I thought you guys might know her from that. It's got like a funny name.
I know that. Isn't it like there's like other really big actors in that
Yeah,
movie?
it was a good movie.
Was it like Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Anyway, gonna go.
How have
with
I not
Regina
seen
King
this?
as my supporting actress.
She also was in A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff. So
I
you're guaranteed to
almost
win
went,
with Hilary Duff.
no, the Lovecraft Country connection
Ooh.
of Jonathan Majors and that
Journey
girl,
Smollett.
Journey Smollett. But I was like, I like Regina King for this. So
She's great.
yeah. And then my comedian again had a bit of a tough thing, but I fit him into my plot too. So I'm gonna go with Michael Che from SNL.
Nice.
He's ready for that next step. You know?
I like that. I like that
He's
pick.
got the jokes, but
I could
but
see
now
that.
he's gonna break into a more serious role.
There's a pretty good pipeline of SNL writers, actors going into comedy and then going into,
Yeah.
just being known as actors.
Right. He's
That's
not
a
just
good pick.
goofball.
Right.
He can get some acting chops too.
Right. We got all of us got some SNL alum.
Yeah.
That's where the comedians come from.
I mean, it's where they come from. Yeah.
So,
all right.
and that completes my draft.
Yeah.
You got one more?
So I got my
I
supporting.
finished with you.
I got my supporting actor left. 2 nominations, 2 wins in the supporting actor.
That's good.
In the supporting actor comedy, Christoph Waltz is a supporting,
Good one.
helping prop up Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm thinking about that dynamite.
tandem.
Wow. You picked like grown adults. That's really
did.
impressive.
I picked a lot of people with. I was basically looking at like who had the most nominations, and so it's obviously people with like long careers.
I followed my heart.
I was aiming for public opinion.
Right.
I
But
just
I
want to
think-
be liked.
I
I
just want people that like are in everything
right.
right now.
I think I have a story that fits kind of the the age of my actors.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
That's it for me.
My final one is the director,
Ooh,
and I'm going with Greta Gerwig.
very
Almost
nice.
Everything she's written has been nominated. Little Women, Lady Bird. She helped with Marriage Story.
Nice.
Barbie is gonna be nominated.
Barbie. Oh yeah.
We saw that trailer on Stream It.
Already has worked with Florence Pugh and Laura Dern.
That's true. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So that'll be a good environment.
Yeah.
They
Right.
get each other and it fits my story.
Love it.
Very nice. All right. Do we want to go down the line now?
Oh jeez.
Yeah,
Okay.
what's
The
your
plots?
story?
What's the story?
Okay.
We just heard your cast.
There's nothing the Oscars love more than a dysfunctional family
Okay.
Yep.
in their drama. So here's my little like log line. An estranged family is forced back together again in order to accomplish their sick mother's dying wish, a cross-country road trip across the U.S.
Wow.
The mother is played by Laura Dern.
Yep.
She's married to Steve Carell.
Oh, perfect.
Very nice.
The
It's coming
oldest
together.
son,
It's coming together.
the oldest son is Andrew Garfield, like
Clearly.
early 30s.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
had to play down a little bit.
Right.
He's had a young face.
It's fine.
Middle child is Pete Davidson.
Okay.
Youngest child is Florence Pugh.
Nice.
Very nice.
I do have like brief descriptions for each character.
Go ahead.
Well, the mom is sick, but not actively dying, but she will soon. She just wants one final family trip. She just
fair.
wants everyone to be happy. The father couldn't think of anything more for him right now. He just wants the mom to be happy.
Right.
Wants his children to get along. The oldest son has the seemingly perfect life. He's like the golden child of the family. He's got a wife, he's got kids, he
Yeah.
has like a great job. But does he really have a perfect life?
Ooh. I'm sure
The-
that'll
Tune
come
in
up.
to learn more.
You know, and I picture it too that they're cramped in like a small car. Like they're not in
Yeah.
like a nice RV. Middle son is Pete Davidson. He still lives at home. He is the screw up. He's got no
Clearly.
motivation.
Yeah.
Nothing
Nothing
wrong with
going
being the
for
middle
him.
son living at home.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose. Well, I picture he doesn't have a job. That's what I'm like picturing
okay.
him
Oh,
as.
yeah.
Like, you know, he's
Then I
just
don't-
chilling
Still
at
figuring it
home.
out.
Then I don't relate to this character at
Yeah.
all. Never mind.
He, despite all of this, he is the mother's like favorite.
Oh, that makes
That's what the
sense.
other children feel like, and he is so excited for this trip.
I love it.
And Florence Pugh plays like college grad.
Yep.
She wants so badly to impress the family and she wants validation, but at the cost of like she kind of like is a little snobby because of it. And she had to postpone a really great job for this like stupid trip and she really doesn't want to go on it. And it drives her nuts that Pete Davidson is the favorite because he does nothing. Yeah. And you know, family secrets come out along
Right,
the
Right.
trip.
Naturally.
Hijinks
Drama.
ensue.
That's the streamer tagline. I love it.
Very nice.
should make that
Very
movie.
nice.
I kind of want to write it.
I love the Steve Carell Laura Dern pairing.
Right? Like it made sense when
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
because it's drama, but I picture obviously like
See, we didn't
moments
know
of
you
like
were assembling like a family.
wholesomeness.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
now
good,
that you know
yeah.
it's a family, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Steve Carell naturally has his beard in this movie.
Yeah, like Silver
Like
Fox,
Dad.
Steve
Yeah, yeah.
Carell.
Dad, Steve Carell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Dad Carell. We get it. We see it.
Perfect.
All right. My movie, directed by Martin Scorsese, of course, stars Daniel Day-Lewis as an older artist. He's like a famous artist, and he just hired a new assistant, Saoirse Ronan.
Nice.
And Daniel Day-Lewis, classic, difficult to work with. You know, he has his set ways. Saoirse Ronan, you know, trying to, you know, make a name out of herself. You know, obviously finds it hard to work with Daniel Day-Lewis. But, you know, hijinks ensue. They, you know, their relationship develops and they learn kind of a mutual respect. And Daniel Day-Lewis learns not to be so much of a stinker all the time.
Oh yeah.
But of course, there's Daniel Day-Lewis's artist rival, Christoph Waltz, who makes Daniel Day-Lewis's life a little bit harder, and that's kind of, you know, old man shakes his fist at the other old man across the way. Frances McDormand is Daniel Day-Lewis's wife, who's there to kind of, you know, help him along, help Saoirse Ronan along. They have some nice scenes together, and Tim Robinson. Tim Robinson is Day-Lewis's son, who also tried to be an artist, but was not nearly as good. I mean, who could be? Daniel Day-Lewis was this great artist. And
Classic
so,
walking in the shadows.
and
trying to
so,
live up
yeah.
to Dad's, yeah.
trying to live up to Dad, couldn't quite do it. Dad kind of, you know, shunned him away. So Tim Robinson trying to, you know, get that relationship back with his father. And, right, real gut wrencher in some scenes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd watch that
Yeah,
movie.
Yeah. Classic. I mean,
Also
that's
like a little family struggle there.
right. Family struggle. I mean, Oscar bait written all over it.
I could see the chemistry between that cast.
Yeah,
They'd work well together.
I like it.
I think so.
All right, I'm gonna have to read mine.
Your paragraphs.
Yeah.
It is These are paragraphs.
All right, just come with me on this journey, right? So, starts with our boy Jonathan Majors. His name's Manny in this film.
Oh, you named the names.
Oh yeah, I love doing names. So Manny is a small-time criminal who makes ends meet by running petty scams and burglaries in LA neighborhoods.
Wow. Oh, set in LA. Hollywood loves that.
Yeah, LA, yeah.
Hollywood loves that.
Right. He dreams of pulling off the perfect job and finally making a name for himself, becoming filthy rich in the process.
Nice, naturally.
But one night, fleeing a scene of a botched robbery, Manny stumbles upon a gruesome scene: the murder of a rival gang member by notorious crime boss Rosemary Stern, played by Margot Robbie.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yes.
I forgot she was in this movie.
Knowing he's been spotted, Manny flees, but not without being noticed by Stern's henchmen. Terrified for his life, Manny goes into hiding, but it's only a matter of time before Stern tracks him down. Manny is caught and brought before Rosemary, who gives him an ultimatum: work for her or die.
Oh.
With no other choice, Manny becomes a reluctant member of the Stern crew, doing everything from running drugs to carrying out brutal hits. But as he's drawn deeper into the criminal underworld, Manny begins to see the cost of his actions. Innocent people getting hurt, and he can't keep going down this path. Determined to get out, Manny hatches a plan to take down Rosemary and the entire Stern family operation. With the help of a few unlikely allies, including local bar owners, Zoe, Regina King, Damon, Michael Che, who are also under the Stern family clutches, and washed-up cop Oscar, who is Pedro Pascal.
Wow.
Manny goes on the offensive, taking down Stern's key players one after another. And then as the body counts rise, Rosemary becomes ruthless in pursuit of Manny, but the underdog hero refuses to back down. In the final showdown, Manny risks his life to defeat Rosemary and free the city from her reign of power. In the end, Manny emerges victorious, but he decides to leave the life of crime and start over and have a brighter future.
Wow.
Do you see it?
Give it up for that one.
That
How can you not? With such
amazing.
detailed.
We need to only
Cool.
do this thing on the show because I need to hear you write more movies.
Yeah, just
That was like a full plot.
right.
That was good. I would like to see Margot Robbie as like a crime lord.
Right.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Well, that's why
That's
I
a
wanted.
fun-
That was my first pick. Was Margot
Right.
Robbie, because I was like, I need Rosemary Stern right here.
Rosemary.
I looked up rich-sounding names. Rosemary.
That is so funny. Those are good
Rosemary
names.
Stern.
Yeah,
Wow.
So it's,
Wow.
Manny, Rosemary, Oscar. What were the other ones? Zoe and Damon.
Sorry, Damon.
Good movie names.
Wow.
That was good.
Directed by
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
Right?
Yeah.
I could see it because it's like a crime movie. Those are like darker,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Right.
literally darker.
Right.
Very
I'm
darker.
picturing Dark Knight mixed with like The Departed.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is that we're all really talented. Bonus
where-
points if one of us can actually write a few scenes of this movie.
Like how SNL pumps out comedic actors, HUD-TV pumps out,
plots.
great film writers.
Yeah. This is just where we're like biding our time until we
Right.
like make it big.
That's
Right.
right. That's right.
Wow.
All right, so next week we'll have, the first act of each of these movies.
Just a little teaser. Trailers.
Yeah.
Right. 30
With
pages.
us as all of the
Right,
roles.
you just have access to
Right, we're going to do table
Jonathan
reads.
Majors and Margot Robbie.
We'll call them up. We'll do a Zoom call. We'll get their agents.
Wow. This was fun.
Contact. This was good.
I liked this.
I like having the plots, needing the plots.
Yeah.
I think that adds to it.
Oh yeah, you got to put a picture to
Right.
the people.
Otherwise, like reading.
Right.
Like,
Otherwise,
mine
you could
didn't make
pick
any
6
sense.
big names. Who cares?
Right.
But I needed Saoirse Ronan because I needed that young assistant.
And she's so good.
She's so good.
Yeah.
She was my backup for Florence Pugh.
Right.
My backups were Jennifer Lawrence instead of Margot Robbie.
Oh, I thought of her too.
Yeah. And then Michael B. Jordan instead of
Nice.
Jonathan Majors.
Good one.
That was it.
Jonathan Majors was truly so good in the new Ant-Man.
Can you imagine him like a petty thief? He'd be great.
Yeah.
But like a jacked petty
Right.
thief.
Oh yeah. Well, like in Lovecraft, like there's moments where like they try to make it seem like he's like, oh no, what am I gonna do? And it's like, dude, you're like,
You
Just
got it.
you
punch
can handle
something.
it. You could like lift that car right now. All right, so maybe we'll do.
Good stuff.
Maybe we'll be doing this again
Yeah.
soon.
Some
This
other.
is kind of on our
right.
Oscar
Right.
theme.
On our Oscar tour.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do it again so I can draft The Rock.
Oh yeah. I really do feel like we have to like try to do as many genres as we can.
Oh yeah.
Like horror would be fun.
all of them. That'd be
That's
a
a big
great
one.
one.
Comedy, action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe spread them out a little bit, I guess.
Right.
As
Can't just
tempting
have
as it is to
every
like
week.
do another one next week. Cool. All right, so we can move on to looking ahead. Which Cam had a great idea that every show, the first show of each month, we'll kind of
Yes.
do a big looking ahead for just like all the big things coming for each, like for the whole month.
Right.
So obviously, this doesn't include everything. This is like the big wigs coming out.
What's on our radar?
Yeah. Meaning what was in the Instagram post that Cam sent me about what's coming in March.
It was a good post. It had a lot of stuff.
Good stuff on here.
So I want to just go down the list.
Yeah.
Well, unless we can talk about whatever one.
If we want
What
to
do we
watch a
have?
trailer for one of them at the end.
I was
like,
gonna say,
can
what do we
decide.
have? What do we have trailers for? I am gonna specifically request a trailer for the second thing.
Tetris.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer for that. It looks really good.
Yeah. Because I tried to explain. I tried to explain it last episode.
Yes.
And I was like, so just so about Tetris, and then I think I lost you guys there.
But now I get it.
But right. So yeah, we're gonna watch the
All right,
trailer
we'll
for
watch
that.
that one.
Okay, so I put it in order of what's coming out first. So
Nice.
March 10th, we got Scream. What number is that?
6.
6.
Nice.
Scream 6, which
6.
is like back and better than ever. I have heard people talking about the Scream franchise since like the last one came out. It was like huge. People are like obsessed all over again.
Really?
And Jenna Ortega's in it.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
I saw it in theaters.
That would have been.
Oh,
a
you
good one,
did.
Scream,
Was
yeah.
It, good?
It was
the
good.
Last one.
The last one, yeah. Because all I've seen is the original Scream.
Same.
Skipped all the 90s sequels.
Yeah.
Which are, apparently are good in their own right. But yeah, this was like, so how Scream is, a parody of, slasher films at the time. Well, Scream 5 is like a parody of like reboots and whatnot in of itself being a reboot in the classic Scream way. So it was very good and like stayed on top of its postmodern criticism of itself kind of way.
It is all the original cast came back too,
Yeah.
which is also.
Right.
That
something
fits.
something that happens, yeah.
And now too, it like takes place like in like the city, which usually
I guess Scream 6 heading to
people-
New York, yeah.
Yeah, which I guess like I heard Scream fans talking about it. They're like, usually it's in like a suburban setting. Like now it's like a city setting, and like that changes everything.
I think that's good, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
can't wait.
I do want to see it, even though it.
Right,
looks
the trailers
very, it
have
looks
like
scary.
Ghostface on the subway. It's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
So we got that March 10th, only in theaters for now. But I'm pretty sure that like Peacock gets these movies, or no Paramount.
Oh, yeah.
So
Paramount.
look forward to
Paramount
one
Plus.
of the lesser services.
Great.
Right.
This.
The free trial.
I
you
don't
have to
care. What happened to HBO Max getting everything?
I know those were the days.
get. Yeah.
Those are the days like 2 years ago.
Okay, March 15th on Apple TV is Tetris, which is. Do you want to? We can just watch the trailer.
It's
You
about Tetris,
Yeah.
and you're just gonna have to bear with us.
do we want to watch it now or at the end of the list?
Let's do the list.
Okay.
Okay.
March 17th, Shazam 2. I did not realize it was coming this soon,
I know.
and that's only in theaters, obviously. But yeah,
And is Black Adam going to be in that one?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I feel like they specifically said no.
Yeah, I think that
I don't know. Maybe that's
The
some
Rock kind of
misdirection.
like created some tension between a lot of the other DC actors
Yeah.
and made a whole point of like, I don't want to be in Shazam, even though I think he's a Shazam villain.
I think that's what it
Right.
was. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, Black Adam's a Shazam villain. We're gonna do a Shazam movie. Like,
Why is he looking
and then
down on Shazam?
I don't know.
He kind of had a
he thinks-
weird press run with Black
It
Adam.
was
Like
a
he,
very weird press
Yeah.
run.
Yeah. I'm kind of
Like,
intrigued with some of the DC stuff that's
right.
coming out. So like, I'd be interested in this, but
Mm.
I want to know how it all shakes out because then Superman, Henry Cavill's like not gonna be Superman anymore.
That's officially dead. Because they like announced they were bringing him back, and then I think James Gunn took over and was like, "Whoa, let's think about this,"
Maybe we don't.
and then they were, don't bring him back.
which
Like,
is
what are they gonna do?
unfortunate because he left The Witcher to be Superman again,
Right.
and now he can't be Superman.
Is the rumor?
Or The Witcher.
I think he left The Witcher because he didn't like where the series was headed. Oh. Because the writers were not very good to the source material.
Oh.
And Henry Cavill basically pitched The Witcher. And it was like he was one of the people to bring it on.
I did
Because
hear this.
Because
Yeah,
he was a big fan.
that's right.
So don't step on that source material. You're gonna lose Henry Cavill.
I think this Superman source material.
right. That one's pretty
clear,
loose. Yeah.
And then March. Oh, same day in
Oh,
theaters.
competing.
The
They
movie
tried
65.
not to do that.
I know, that's
Double
strange.
feature. Just double feature it.
65, and it has Adam Driver, and I think the only cast really is
it
Adam
an
Driver and like the
action
little girl.
Movie.
Yeah.
It is. It's made by the people who made A Quiet Place.
Oh.
They like accidentally land on this planet, and I think his like crewmates are still like asleep, like in the ship, like like cryo chambers or
Right.
whatever. And he goes out to explore, finds this like girl just by herself on this planet, and there's like dinosaurs.
Awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
So you should watch it.
Yeah, that's
right
right
up your
up my
alley.
I mean, it's like a summer blockbuster for
Right.
sure in March 17th. Not in the summer.
Sweet.
Well, not in the summer.
But it has
I
that
know.
vibe.
Yeah.
It looks like Jurassic World, but not.
New.
Yeah.
It's just
it's
named
new.
65.
But with A Quiet Place vibes.
Because
Like
it's
the
like
trailer.
65 million years ago. It's when the dinosaurs went
Yeah.
extinct.
I got it.
It has the creepy vibe though of like a monster movie of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the whole trailer you're like, what is it? And then it like shows like a T-Rex.
Love it. This sounds great.
It actually looks pretty good. Like, and it's Adam Driver. Like he's
Yeah. No, I'm
a
in.
pretty good actor.
I like it.
March 24th, John Wick 4.
Haven't seen any of these.
Me either.
I gotta, yeah.
Are they
They kind of went by me, and then
good? Is it good?
I'm told they're really good, and like none of them aren't good.
Yeah, that's
And
what
they
I've
just keep-
heard.
they just keep making
Born
them.
Identity to me.
A little bit,
Not that.
but they're not making Born Identity anymore, so
Right.
they're making John Wicks now.
I hear like the fighting choreography is like some of the best in like recent action films like ever.
Okay.
Like people are really into it. I mean,
Yeah.
if they're making 4 and people aren't even tired of it yet, which I
Right.
feel like usually when a movie's on its 4th, it's like, please stop.
Right. Huh, all right.
The fan, right? If you're a fan of John Wick, you're gonna love it, presumably.
Yeah.
Love it.
And
Maybe I try to catch up in time, but
March 31st is Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
I'm
It
curious.
looks fun.
I'm intrigued, but
Curious.
I'm skeptical.
Yeah. I think if you have played, like, if you're a fan of Dungeons and Dragons, which, like, I know nothing about it, I'm sure that it's going to be a bad movie. But for someone who doesn't
Right.
know, like, it just looks fun to me.
I'm curious. I
Well,
feel like
right.
it could
Yeah.
be cool.
That's the thing. Like it feels like it's for fans of people who've played Dungeons and Dragons. But like it could fall into that weird limbo where it's too alienating to people who aren't fans of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And could be just like not enough for people who are fans.
I feel like that will
fine
happen.
line.
Right. It's a very fine line. We obviously try to make it fun for both audiences.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know if I feel like the trailers don't tell you enough about how the rest of it's gonna go.
Yeah. And that's like a huge source material to pull from. Like,
Right.
you could choose.
I mean, the whole point of
anything.
Dungeons and Dragons is that anything could happen.
Yeah.
Every game is up to
The
the
imagination.
dungeon master.
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like it's hard to like have a movie just called like Dungeons and Dragons and have something for every fan of the game because they're gonna be like,
Right.
they didn't pick that. I wanted that to be in the movie.
Right.
But
Maybe they gotta wait
looks
for
cool.
Dungeons and Dragons too.
Right.
Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like though, because it's so open, as long as they just kind of stick to the rules of the game,
yeah.
they can craft whatever story they want. It doesn't matter what the story is,
Right.
as long as kind of the imagery and some of the iconography kind of stays there and stays
Yeah.
true to the source. So I feel like in that regard, yeah, maybe it's so wide open that they could just roll with some fun story and come out on the other end with something cool.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars. You can just like make it take place
Right.
in that realm,
Yeah.
and you can make up your own thing,
Right.
as long as it made sense. All right, so let's watch the trailer for Tetris.
It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I played for 5 minutes. I still see falling blocks in my dreams. It's poetry, art, and math all working in magical synchronicity. It's the perfect game. Tetris?
Tetris.
Tetris. Tetris.
Tetris. I don't get it.
It's a combination of tetra, Greek for four, and tennis.
Tennis.
The Russian inventor, he likes tennis.
This game isn't just addictive, it stays with you. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Hank, only 10 other people in the world have seen what you're about to see. It's called the Game Boy.
Package it with Tetris.
Can you get us the rights?
The Soviet Union had worldwide rights. Nothing gets out easily. I'm gonna go to Moscow.
You're walking into a country
That still considers America enemy numero uno.
Okie dokie.
You sure you don't have to talk to your wife about this first?
Pioneers have to bet the house to win.
But not literally.
Listen. Have you ever heard our apartment this quiet before?
This is the inventor of Tetris.
Your game is brilliant. I'm gonna make you a millionaire.
Mr. Rogers, have you ever negotiated with the Soviets?
We're here for Tetris.
We've seized столько ради денег.
What do you say? I don't speak Russian.
The most powerful man in Communist Party is watching you and your family.
Do you know where your husband is?
What the hell is going on?
The world is changing, and Soviet Union will not be left behind.
You want to play with the big boys? This is how the world works.
Where is my money?
This is insane.
We can't protect you.
Sometimes you gotta forget the rules.
Go, 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 go!
This is criminal. The Soviet Union is about to implode. They're lying. Everybody's lying.
The cavalry is coming.
We don't have time.
I have a plan.
Oh, come on. You guys are the kings of cliffhangers.
Not too bad.
Wow, really is
Right?
about Tetris.
Yeah.
But it's
It's
like
like-
a Tetris drama.
Right. It's right. The Russian spy espionage action, and it just happens to be about Tetris. It's great.
How much of that source material is true?
It's based on the real story. I'm sure.
It's a good
To steal the
trailer.
rights from
That's a
Russia?
good trailer. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And you
Because
can-
like it sounds boring
the
when you
Final
say
Countdown.
it.
Right.
But when I saw this, I was like, oh wow.
like they have like the 80s aesthetic.
Yeah. The little video game noises in the
Right.
background.
It looks like they're driving a car and they crash into like a pixelated thing, and then they get pixelated and turn into like Tetris blocks. I don't know. It looks.
happen?
I don't know. Maybe. I hope so.
It's crazy because like I know Tetris is really popular, but like it's wild that someone played it for the first time and was like, it stays with you. I think about it all the time.
Right. Well, when
Yeah.
it came out, probably it was like
Right.
I get,
You saw like the first,
revolutionary.
like the
computers.
right, just the green screen.
Yeah.
I guess like having control over like anything
Right.
back
Right.
then was like crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Now there's a million games like just like it, but
Right.
Yeah.
at the time that was nuts.
Right.
It's cool that they like are talking about the Game Boy too.
Yeah.
The perfect
You're,
sweater.
No one's ever seen this
you're
before.
one of 10 people that have seen it. We call it, right, this super, it's like, a, the briefcase in Pulp Fiction. It's like the Game Boy. And you're like, oh.
I think I got one of those like on a bookshelf at home.
So I was mistaken. I thought it came out March 15th. It's March 31st.
Okay.
That's okay.
You can
Just
wait.
move it down the line.
Yeah. So
Down the line.
same day
Well,
as Dungeons and Dragons.
Can't wait. Another double release. Dang, 80s kids are living on March 31st. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What kind of kid are you?
90s.
You're not that old, I guess. You still use thumbs up emojis, which is
I do.
apparently that's an old person
Too
thing,
much.
but
Did you get a Game Boy right away when they came out?
I had a Game Boy Color. So coming out like the first one.
a little.
Those were like the
little
best
behind.
ones.
Yeah.
I
It
loved
was,
those
like,
ones.
Like transparent, like blue or purple or something.
Ooh,
So it wasn't like the gray, like original.
right.
It was
I think
a
the
later-
transparent ones were like the really popular ones.
Yeah, that's when it was.
That was
like,
the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a box.
Like Pokemon was out and everything. Yeah. It was just like, gotta catch them all. What?
Oh man.
Were you guys? How old were you when Pokemon came out?
Oh no, I was huge into Pokemon.
Oh yeah, still am.
Right. Pokemon Go now.
They're still pumping them out.
But when it first came out, it was a lot.
Yeah.
I would play it on my brother's like Game Boy Color, and then I got a Nintendo DS, and I played it on that.
Right.
That was life changing. The double screens were crazy.
Maybe in like, I don't know, probably even just like 10 years from now, there's gonna be shows like this, and it's like, look, you're one of only 10 people in the world who have ever seen the Nintendo DS, and we're gonna be like, whoa, and then everyone else is gonna be like, wow, that's so old, and we're gonna be like, ah.
Yeah, probably. Or like a really long time from now, it's gonna be like the PS5.
Right.
You're one of 10 people to have one.
Dude, there's gonna be movies about like the rush to buy PS5s.
Definitely.
It has to be.
It only like just became like
Right.
accessible now, like
Right.
2 years later.
I wonder.
People are
doing, like,
people are still like, they've been hunting for years.
Yeah, you have to get lucky still.
Right.
There's been like a couple movies and shows that have like mentioned or like recognized the pandemic. But it's gonna be weird when there's like an actual movie about like a story about someone like with the pandemic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's
Right.
so
It's
weird.
gonna be weird to like see that. It's like when they do like 9/11 stuff now. You're like,
Right.
oh wow, like yeah,
Like,
that's crazy. And like,
and it's even some shows like The Menu doesn't really mention it at all, but there's like one line where it's like, oh, I even kept you open during COVID.
right.
And it's just like whiplash. You're like, oh yeah, I guess they are recognizing that that's
Right,
a thing
right,
that
right.
happened in this one.
In Glass Onion.
Right, and Glass Onion was the thing at the beginning.
Yeah, like Kate Hudson has like the fishnet mask.
yeah. That was like It was
In
probably
the-
filmed during when they were like
Right.
Yeah,
That was a big, right.
which was like smart of them to like kind of
Yeah.
tie it in.
right.
Work it in.
The first season of Mindy Kaling's Sex Lives of College Girls came out when like I think it was 2021. So it was like kind of getting better, but we were still like masking up and everything.
Yeah.
And they referenced it like as it was in the past. And I was
You're
like,
like,
oh
"Aw."
man, must be nice. Like, what year does this take place in?
You wish.
Yeah. So
All
that'd be
right.
weird when they actually have like a
whole movie
intense
about
Right.
it.
drama about,
And you
like,
know
this
that they're
going-
gonna
You'll be like,
Right.
"I lived
they're
through
gonna
that."
milk that topic a lot
Yeah.
when it's like appropriate to do so.
Right.
Because some tried to do it like now, like they try to pump out relevant shows now. But then now we're in a phase where like no one wants to talk about it, so everyone just like please just like forget it happened.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, in like however many years, it's gonna be like
Yeah.
retro.
Right.
It's gonna have like the Oscar baits.
The Oscar baits.
There's gonna be an Oscar bait movie about COVID-19 in like
the
10
COVID
years,
dramas. That's
maybe.
gonna be a whole
COVID
genre
dramas.
genre of movies.
All right. Well, maybe we'll return to the draft style in a couple episodes, I guess, just to not do them all at once.
Right.
But yeah, that's it for today. We'll see you next time on Stream It.